Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. Today we're going to be discussing why occupational therapy is ranked up there in the best jobs to do in the world. So today we're going to look at the factors and discuss a little bit more why that is so. So the first thing and the most crucial thing is occupational therapy is considered one of the best jobs to have because of its ability to offer an elusive mix of factors. Occupational therapists are skilled in equipping people to be able to handle everyday activities. Therefore, you as an occupational therapist possess that skill. So you are able to move in different settings, you're able to move in different cultures, you're able to move in different societies. So it provides an elusive mixture of factors because it is there to help you excel and help you perform activities of daily living. And in that case, it provides skills and it provides solutions for any individual, any workspace, any community. So it is a very broad profession that skills somebody to be able to maneuver any area of life and also any setting of life. Another thing is its upward mobility. So as an occupational therapist, you're able to start as a grade 1 occupational therapist or a junior occupational therapist. Then you move into senior occupational therapist. Then you move into chief occupational therapist. Then you move into HOD. You move to maybe being a director or a head of a faculty or a professor. The sky is the limit. You get to choose how far you take it, and you take it. That's why it's considered one of the best, because you can move gradually with each level, or you can then be a junior occupational therapy, get your experience, and then go work independently at your own practice, where now you are the CEO of your own company or the person who is directing everything in their company. Stress levels is something to consider. So stress levels are relative to any setting that an occupational therapy decides to work at. So you get to pick, because there's a variety of settings that we can work in. You can pick the stress levels. If you like a high intensity kind of environment, you are able to work in that environment. If you want a little bit low, laid back environment, you are able to choose an environment that suits you best. So in terms of like an example of a high stress level environment will be like a hospital, because it's just patients are in and out. Rehab needs to be on point, and it provides a lot of stress in terms of that. And then sometimes in school settings, it can be a little bit laid back because the kids are there for the whole year, so you are able to work gradually towards your goals and reach the goals that you're working on. Flexibility is occupational therapists can be flexible because you can choose the environment in which you want to work in. You can choose what you want to specialize in, and you can also still then provide that work-life balance, because you know how to do that best. Because as an occupational therapist, you become trained in finding that work-life balance that makes sure that you are activities healthy, you are performing adequately in terms of your areas of occupation. With occupational therapy, flexibility goes a long way, not only in how you practice occupational therapy, but where you practice it as well. So you can be as flexible with it as possible. You can be a traveling OT who does home visits and you go from house to house. You can be an OT that works at a school. You can be an OT that works in an insurance company managing cases. You are flexible to do your work as best as you can in any setting and in whichever way you feel is best for you. This is the big one. You get to make a difference in people's lives, and you get to be part of a transition that is, I feel, almost very spiritual and very higher power. As occupational therapists, I get inspired by the people that I meet, especially the clients that I meet who they are sitting on a wheelchair, and that is what they are going to be living for the rest of their lives. Their mind power, or their ability to not focus on their physical, actually allows me to see that the mind is actually very powerful. And as an occupational therapist, you are facilitating that process for somebody to understand that even with a disability, they can still live an independent life. They can still have a good quality of life, and that they are still valuable and can also be a crucial part in our society. So for me, that's what stuck occupational therapy the most, in terms of how you are able to impact another person's life. And it is in the most positive, it is in the most amazing way in which you could ever fulfill your purpose on earth. So in terms of that for me is the big one. And I think most occupational therapists can agree, is that when you get to make a difference in somebody else's lives, it changes your perspectives, it changes who you are, and you become more understanding. You become a person who doesn't base their knowledge on just what the body can do. You know that the mind is powerful, and we empower that when we are able to move our patients who cannot get out of bed, to them being able to go down to the shops to be able to get themselves something and come back home again after they've been in a traumatic situation. So uplifting lives is also something that occupational therapists really enjoy, and that is literally it. You get to have a lucrative career, and a career that can evolve and change, and as the standards of practice are being broken down for us to kind of incorporate occupational therapy as a necessity, as a need in everyday living. So those are the reasons why occupational therapy is actually considered one of the best jobs you can possibly do. So thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that was informative. Please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will definitely see you next time.